Oh, there you are. Right, quick vlog today for you, my friends, because I'm in my Porsche Taycan all-electric car. Now, everywhere you look, on the news, in magazines, in newspapers, electric cars are cheaper to run than petrol. Then you'll get the opposition. No, they're not. Petrol and diesels are cheaper. Electrics are cheaper. Diesels are cheaper. We've done this a million times, me and Jeff buys cars, and Jeff buys cars always wins. The diesel is always cheaper. However, it depends if you charge at home, but you can't always charge at home. Like for now, I'm in the Lake District. I'm at the Lakeland Motor Museum. I've come out for the day to have a look around, have a little bite to eat, and I'm heading back to Leeds. There is no charger here. I haven't got a charger here because I don't live here. So I'm heading back down now to Leeds, and I'm going to try and charge. I think it's about 122 miles. I'm going to stop and put a little bit of electricity in, a little bit of charging at the Porsche South Lakes, and then I'm going to try and head to Ionity, which is at Leeds Skelton. Now that is subsidised. So what I want you to do is, when I get in the car, I'm going to give you the mileage, what percentage my car is at, etc. And you're going to work it out along the way and tell me if you could do it any cheaper in your petrol or your diesel car. So let me know. It's a little bit of a contest, because I've also got a little news story for you as well, which was on GB News, and it says GB News. They said it's basically cheaper in an electric car, to run an electric car. Well, we're going to find that out today. If you're new to the channel, by the way, do me a favour. Do hit the subscribe button if you like the content, and give it a thumbs up. Please give it a thumbs up. It is free. Hit the subscribe button. It pushes all this content out onto the internet to tell the truth about electric cars. Now, without further ado, my friends, let's go. Right, so this one's going to be an interesting one. So we've got 77 miles of range. So get your pens and your pencils out, or your computers or whatever, your notepads on your phones, etc. Right, we've got 32% of charge, 76 miles of range. We've got 121 miles to our destination, which is at Leeds Skelton Services. Now, I've chose Leeds Skelton Services for a reason, because Ionity are actually cheaper. It's subsidised by Porsche. I think they're owned as well by different motor manufacturers, Ionity is. You'll have to let me know in the comment section down below. So I've chose Ionity. I'm going to put a little bit of charge in at Porsche here at South Lakes, because if I don't, I'm not going to make it, obviously, to... what is this guy doing here? Go on, go. I'm obviously not going to make it down to Leeds Skelton, so I need to put a little bit in. Now, it's more expensive at the Porsche service centres there than it is at Ionity, which is strange, I know, because it's a Porsche car, and you'd actually think that Porsche would subsidise it and it would be cheaper at Porsche, but it isn't. Take a look, Ionity is way cheaper. So the moral of today's video is it cheaper to run and have a drive out in an electric car, or is it cheaper in a petrol or diesel? Well, as I said, newspapers, the media, you've got mixed answers on that one. So let us know in the comment section. You be the judge of it. You have a petrol or a diesel car. What would it have cost you to do the same journey as me? Onwards, my friends. Also, we'll take time into consideration here as well. It's 3:05. We set off at 3 p.m. So we know it's going to be quicker in a diesel or a petrol, because you can literally just fill up and go. That's not really what this video is about. The video is about if I can do it cheaper using subsidised chargers. So that's going to be the interesting thing. Cheaper than a petrol or diesel. Now, I don't know whether you've seen my last videos as well. In about a week's time, I'm heading down towards Benidorm, driving this, my all-electric car, down to Benidorm, which is about 1,200 miles against Jeff buys cars in his diesel or petrol. He hasn't told me yet. And it's going to be a car that's literally really old. And I think his car costs less than a set of tyres for this car, so that one's going to be interesting. And also it's going to be interesting to see how much it actually costs for me to get down to Benidorm using the charging network in Europe, because I think they've got Ionity there as well. Now if they have, again, it's subsidized. I could get there cheaper than he can in his diesel or petrol or whatever he's going to go into. So that one's going to be interesting. If I don't beat him on time, I could possibly beat him on price this time. So that one is going to be very, very interesting. I can't wait for this one. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't miss out on that one. Now, the interesting thing is, this is the Generation 1 Taycan, and it is like, say, the original iPhone. When the original iPhone came out, the iPhone 1 that Steve Jobs announced on stage, people were like, oh, it's great, but it had issues. However, over time, now we've got the iPhone 15 or whatever it is, 15 Pro Max and all them, it's actually got better. Each iteration of that phone has got better and better. And the Generation 2 Taycan is out now, and that's got a longer range. It's also faster as well. And Porsche say they've ironed out all the issues that were on Generation 1 Porsche Taycan. That is going to be interesting. Watch this space, my friends. Watch this space. Right, so before we go any further, by the way, I want to say a massive thank you to Donna, who is a viewer of the channel, who I actually met when I was on my way down to Skegness, and I did a video there. She's been on the video. Now, she has a Porsche Boxster, huge Porsche fan, loves her Boxster, and her boyfriend also has a Tesla, and they were looking at purchasing a Porsche Taycan. And they were at an event in Nottingham, at the Porsche Nottingham event on Saturday. Lots of different cars there, and I said, can you send me some photographs? So thanks to Donna, she's actually sent me some photographs. There's a picture of her in there as well. So take a look at these photographs that Donna's sent and tell me which one of the cars in those photos that you choose to have. Would it be a Taycan? Who knows? Right, okay, so first stop that we're going to stop at is Porsche South Lakes. We're now at 24%, 59 miles of range, 323. We should be there in about 2 to 3 miles time, so we're going to pull in there first. Hopefully, I think they're open. It's a Sunday when we're filming this. I can go and get myself a free drink. But you wouldn't get a free drink if you was filling up with petrol or diesel, would you? Hey, see, there is a bonus. There's a bonus to having an EV. I don't believe this. There's a Tesla. We're at Porsche South Lakes and there's a Tesla. There's a Tesla charging and a Mercedes charging, and I'm going to have to wait for them. What is all that about? That shouldn't be allowed. This is recompense for me charging on those Tesla networks the other day. That's not on. Now I've got to wait for them to finish charging. Right, it's 3:30. I'm going to wait for them to finish charging. So we're just going to have to wait around a bit, aren't we? Anyway, oh, phone call coming in. I'll see you in a minute. Right, okay, so I've been on the phone there and there's a Polestar there now charging and a Tesla. So I'm just waiting for them to finish. Is that a Tesla? Yeah, that's a Tesla, I think. So Polestar and a Tesla. It's now 4 o'clock. Literally about 5 minutes ago, another car pulled in and zipped on there before me. So hopefully I'm going to pull the car around now and then I'm ready to get on. I just want to get charged and get out of here. Right, let's get back in and get lined up. We don't want to lose the space. Come on. Oh, unbelievable. Literally, I was on the phone and then I saw this other car come in just as the other one went out and I thought, oh, I've lost my space. So let's see. Let's go around there and have a look. See whether anyone's going to move. Right, well, I'm going to wait here. Yeah, it's a Tesla. Tesla. And a Polestar. Why are you in? This is a Porsche. I should have priority. What's going on here? Get them out of there. You've got your own Tesla network. Go and use that. Hurry up. Hurry up. Look at it. Polestar. Blooming heck. And Tesla. One's named after an exotic dancer, and the other one, I mean, Tesla, should be called Tosla. Oh, it's taking ages. Do you know what? I'm going to get out of the car for a bit. This is absolutely mad. It's now 4:10. Oh, now there's another Porsche pulled in. Another Porsche behind me waiting to charge up now, so he's going to be after me. Luckily I lined up and I got in line here ready to charge. I tell you what, shouldn't be any Teslas and Polestars in there. It's brand snobbery, this. Brand snobbery. Should take up knitting or something, shouldn't I? Should have brought, and I'm hungry, should have brought some sandwiches and I want a wee, and for some reason it's closed, so I need a wee. I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. This is not working out, is it? Might be cheaper than, is it going to be better be cheaper now than a petrol or a diesel car? Let me know in the comment section down below. And is it really, if it is cheaper, is it worth all this hassle and this time wasted? Because if you take your time into account, time's money, isn't it? Oh, let's get back in the car. Get your Polestar out of my space. It's Porsche chargers, that. And get your Tesla out there as well. Doing me head in now. God, blimey. And these two need to get a room in that Polestar. All they've been doing is kissing each other. Get a room. Go and charge up at the travel lodge or something. Come on. Hurry up. Get your exotic dancer out the way. What are they doing? It's now 4:20. I've got to get back to Leeds. Shift your car. I bet you're charging it to over 80%. I'm waiting ages. Go to a Tesla one and go to another one, Polestar. Get out, it's a Porsche. I should have priority. What's going on? Just let this be a lesson to you, right? Those who keep saying electric cars fantastic, this is the reality. I'm now waiting over half an hour, getting stressed out. Oh, hooray, the Tesla owner is going. Right, let's get in there. Is the Polestar one going as well? Go on, get out of it. God.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Right, okay, so 21% of battery, 50 miles of range. They're eating biscuits. What's they're eating biscuits, the Polestar couple? Right, 21% of battery, 50 miles of range. It's now 4:21 in the afternoon. So milk float off. Let's get this thing charged up and then get back on the road and get to the Ionity ones. Right, so I've got the Porsche charging card on this one, so I'm just going to pop the charger in and pop about 30% of charge in, and then we'll get back on the road and get down to the Ionity ones. Right, slot this in. Here we go. Authorization confirmed. Says on my watch. Bit of luck, fingers crossed, it'll charge quickly as well. Preparing. 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 Oh, that's where your stomach goes now, isn't it? Is it going to work or not? Come on. Yes, it is. Charging in progress. Right, we're at 21%, and we should be getting fast charging here as well. So that is good. We should be on our way soon. Right, do you know what? I've been shouting at the couple in the Polestar saying, get out of the space, stop eating biscuits. And I saw you kissing them, like, just go and charge up. What's going on? You're a Polestar, named after an exotic dancer. However, this gentleman's really nice. You're Simon from Germany, aren't you?
That's me.
Now, you're renting this car, aren't you?
I am.
Can I ask, I've asked you already, but tell the viewers.
Sure.
How much was this car to rent for the week?
It's a great deal. I think I paid about £130 for like 5 days.
For 5 days.
Yeah.
Have you haven't got an electric car back in Germany then?
I don't.
You don't? And is it the first time you've driven an electric car?
No.
No. Do you find it an inconvenience, the charging, etc., or?
I think it's been quite easy. So we came up all the way via Cambridge, then to Lake District, and we had to charge one time.
Just one?
Over here.
What's the
20
range
minutes.
on that?
I don't know, even it's like maybe 350 miles or something.
You work in batteries as well, don't you?
I do, yeah.
What do you actually do?
So we're advising a range of companies on batteries. We do training, actually. We have training courses called the Battery MBA.
Yeah.
So people who want to learn about batteries take our training programs for 12 weeks online next to their work.
Is it batteries for cars?
Cars, stationary, consumer electronics, but of course cars is the big one right now.
Wow.
Everyone wants to know about it, and again, there's a lot of questions from range to cycling, performance. That's what people come to.
Can I ask you a question?
100%.
Right, so he knows about batteries. Right, come in a little
Sure,
bit.
come in.
Right, so people keep saying battery technology is improving. I've never seen it. Is it improving? You
It
can
is.
tell me. It is.
Every year.
What have we got coming in the future?
So I mean, there's, again, it's not like, massive that from one day to another it's going to be insane, long capacity, etc. But we talk about some 10% improve or so a year. So it's steady, let's say, over time. But I think the biggest breakthrough has been cost.
In cost, the batteries are getting cheaper all the time.
Massively. So I mean, think about it. About 10 years ago, 20 years ago, like $1,000 per kilowatt hour. Now we're about 100.
Yeah.
From China, we hear about $50 per kilowatt hour.
Yeah.
So at half the cost. And think about an electric vehicle, the major cost is the battery, right? It's
Yeah.
most of the cost. So if we have about half the cost reduction, again, oversimplified, if you want to learn more, come to our course. But I mean, from an idea with the cost reduction, that gets so much more attractive. And that's why we now get all of these Chinese vehicles.
Yeah.
There's a lot of debate around it, right? So you have like really cheap vehicles, like $15,000, $20,000 for a vehicle.
Do you think there's going to become a point where, because battery technology is improving that much,
Yeah.
that eventually you're going to be able to get a range of over 1,500 miles or something daft like that? Will the technology ever come that we can get really, really vast miles out of and range out of batteries?
You probably could do this today already, right? So you can do 1,000 miles, I think, today
1,000 miles in
for a vehicle.
in
I
a
think maybe it's
vehicle.
1,000 kilometers of miles. I would have to double check.
Yeah.
So that's possible today, right? There's vehicles like this, even with LFP, which is like, not as energy dense technology,
Yeah.
but more cheap and more stable. So today, I mean, if you want to build, we can take one of the big Porsches maybe there, just put it full of batteries,
Yeah.
put the trunk full of batteries. You probably could do this already today. Wouldn't be as convenient, would be too heavy, wouldn't be maybe so sensible, would be too expensive.
Yeah.
But if it's all about range, today we can already do that. It's more like a cost balance.
You're also restricted with the actual time it takes to charge the battery. Now, Porsche have sort of figured that, because their charging is one of the fastest charging cars.
Yeah.
Are we going to get to a point where battery technology is that quick so you can literally plug it in 4 or 5 minutes at the same time you can fill up with a tank of diesel or petrol?
Yeah.
The battery will charge as quick.
If you're ever curious, you might want to go down to Cambridge,
Yeah.
where I actually did my PhD, and there's actually 2 startups, Niobolt and Acorn Tech
Yeah.
Technologies, and they both work on niobium oxide, niobium anodes,
Yeah.
and they actually have a demo car which takes 10 minutes
10
to
minutes.
recharge. So you might want to go for another drive. I know you have a lot of drives planned,
Yeah.
but if you ever drop by Cambridge, let me know. They
Okay.
have some cool concepts called there, and they really have exactly that's the mission.
Yeah.
Develop these anodes which will super fast recharge, so you can do this much faster and need smaller batteries. So again, there's a lot of different. I think that's the thing about batteries. That's why I'm so fascinated by it, because you all of us these different approaches you can take,
Yeah.
and you can do super long range, you can do super fast charging, you can do very cheap sodium-ion batteries. There's different technologies coming, and I think it's not just one technology. It's like a lot of different flavors.
Yeah.
You can modify it for your use case, and it's not really clear yet what will be the one approach. Some companies like NIO, they do battery swapping.
Yes,
Still-
they do battery swapping.
Exactly.
I'm not overly keen on the battery swapping. I don't know what
Which is
you
fair.
think.
I think
Yeah.
for Porsche would be tricky,
Yeah.
because you want to build same as Teslas. They really care about building the most effective vehicle,
Yeah.
and then having something which gets out and in. You have like a more redundancy for that and things like that.
Yeah.
You don't own the battery, so if you're a crazy driver, crazy charger, then it's good for you. Maybe it'll get swapped. But if you're like a really decent driver and decent charger, and now you get another battery which you don't own, it's there's people
Yeah.
just before you abuse that. So
Yeah.
it's different. Like there's different sentiments, and I think what's interesting now is that we have these possibilities
Yeah.
and different vehicle. I'm sorry here, I blocked your spot for a moment.
Yeah.
And again, a Polestar have a different approach than a Porsche, same as a Tesla, than a Volkswagen, right? And all of BMW and all of these different companies, they all kind of are figuring out like what are they known for. Again, Porsche has a brand, there's lots of things they're known for. Other companies have things they're known for. New companies from China and all these other regions, they're kind of establishing themselves in their own way again.
Do you think, one last thing,
Sure,
do you think electric cars are the future?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's really like, and it's because I don't see an alternative. I think that's the key.
Yeah.
Think about emissions, right? We want to reduce emission. Transport is one of the major drivers.
Yeah.
Again, there's hydrogen maybe right now, there's batteries. Hydrogen just from energy efficiency, we're about 30% versus 90%. So just the cost don't really make sense. If you might have unlimited free electricity,
Yeah.
then we might can talk about things. But even then, the logistics of it, infrastructure with the hydrogen, etc., electricity is just so much easier to bring, roll out. So I think right now we're really looking at the electric age. I think we've seen the sales have been harder for some of the OEMs. I was just at a conference with Financial Times in London, and again, it's some of the selling, the numbers are not as strong, but same for ICE.
You have a YouTube channel as well.
I do, yeah.
What is it?
Please, if you're curious, much smaller than yours. But
Okay.
if you're a battery geek or interested, we have lots of interesting talks on batteries and sessions. We do more now.
Yeah.
We're thinking about releasing much more in the coming months, so this could be a good time.
Okay.
If you go on
What-
battery-
what's your channel?
So Battery Associates, battery and then Associates.
Battery Associates.
I might give you the links. You can
Give me the link,
put it
and
into
I'll put the
description.
link in the description
Sure.
down below, and then head over and subscribe to this guy. Do you know what? This has been a great video, because it was just going to be me moaning learning about charging up, but we've actually got some really quite useful information there. So thank you very much.
So much, and we
Brilliant.
just recorded actually an entire episode only about vehicle to grid and charging with one of the key experts, Claire Miller from in London. She was actually with Octopus EV, and she led their innovation.
Yes.
She was the head of innovation for them. We just recorded about an hour podcast all about charging.
All about
So
charging.
it's not released yet, but will be released soon. So
Brilliant.
if you're really keen,
Head over and subscribe to this guy. Thank you very much. Brilliant. There you go.
Thank you.
Right, let's go and see what charge we've got in the car. So we'll be charging quicker in the future. Thank
I
you
think
very
it will
much.
happen.
Thank you.
Take
Come
care,
on.
bye.
Right, we're at 62%, so I'm going to stop charging and I'm going to move the car out of the way so this other Taycan can get in, and then we're going to get back on the road. Right, let's get this out and back in the car. Come on. Right, okay, let me just move my car back here out of the way so that I can let this other Taycan in. What a nice bloke. What a really nice bloke. There you go. Right, I shall put his link in the description down below. I think he wants to try and get to 1,000 subscribers, so head over if you're interested in batteries and technology and stuff. Head over and subscribe to his channel. What a great guy. There we go. Right, that's it. Let's pull over here and let's see what we've got. Right, okay, so that come to £16.85, charged 34.48 kilowatts, started at 4:23, finished at 4:38, 14 minutes in total there. We are now at 167 miles of range. We've got, I need to put my seatbelt on so I can see what we've got left there. We've got 62% of battery, and now we're going to head off now to Ionity, Leeds, Skelton. So work out, basically, we're working out what it would cost you equivalent in a petrol or a diesel car. So let's hit the road now. How many miles is it to Leeds, Skelton? Here we go, 1 hour and 39 minutes, 97 miles in total. I'm going to put my air conditioning back on again because it is roasting in here, which is going to take my range down. That's took my range down to 158 miles now, so there we go. So let's get back on the road and let's get charged up at Ionity and see how much that's going to cost. This is going to be interesting. So back on the heading south. What, do you know what a lovely couple. I was really pleased about meeting them because it was so interesting to meet somebody who knows about batteries and works on battery technology. And he's actually said to me, if I'm ever in Munich, head over, go see him, and he'll tell me a little bit more about battery technology, etc. So that is very interesting. Don't forget, his link to his channel is in the description down below. Head over, say hi to him on his channel, and drop him a subscribe. There we go. Onwards, my friends. You know, a lot of the issues that you've got with electric cars is the infrastructure. Your main problem with electric cars is the infrastructure. It's the time it takes to charge, waiting around for other people to charge, and the infrastructure. Now, if they can overcome that, then there's more of a chance that electric cars can succeed alongside petrol or diesel, in my opinion, as well. But like Simon said there, the battery technology is improving. Now, we've heard that time and time again. I'd be interested to actually go and see him in Munich. He's given me his card, and get to see this battery technology. And also the car that can charge in 10 minutes that he said. We need cars that can charge in 5 to 10 minutes, as quick as you can fill your tank up with a petrol or diesel, and also cost wise. And then you've got to get back to the point where, is it still environmentally friendly digging up the planet for the lithium or whatever it is in the batteries, etc.? Because that's where your issue is. Anyway, we'll find out a little bit more. I think I might have to take a visit to Simon and have a look at this battery technology. Let's see. Right, come on, let's head on the road and see how much this is going to cost. I reckon you need to get your pencils out, get your pens out, and let me know, don't forget, in the comment section down below, how much would this same journey cost you in your petrol or your diesel car? Have I done it for cheaper than you can do it in your petrol or diesel car? Let's find out.
One of us, one of us, one of us.
Right, I'm pulling in here now because I need a wee, so I'm gonna have to pull in. Interestingly enough, there's grid serve chargers here, but I'm glad I didn't charge on them because there's no way that I would have been able to charge as cheap on them. They're expensive. Plus, are they all taken up? No, there's a spare one there, and the Porsche guy who gave up, who went to Porsche, is charging up there as well, so he gave up and went to there. But there we go. Anyway, gonna have a quick wee and then get back in the car and get on the road again. Right, quick update by the way, 57% of charge, 139 miles of range and 85 miles to go to Ionity. Milk flow off, let's get in. Right, you're not coming with me. I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you back here. Right, I need to get back on the road. By the way, I've said this before and I'll say it again. If there's any companies out there, stop it with the charity stuff on the debit machine cards, right? Add for charity, and it's now gone up. Add 50 pence for charity. I already give to charity. I don't need to be adding it on to your cards so that you gain interest on it. It's wrong. Stop it. And that includes McDonald's as well. Right, little snack to keep me going. Let's get back in the car. Right, okay. Let's get on the way. Milk float on. Got my sarnies. Got my prawn cocktail crisps. And I got my Ribena lights. Okay, because nobody likes Vimto. Vimto is a poor man's Ribena. 57%, 140 miles. Let's hit the road, Jack. Or Mac. Let's hit the road, Mac. Oh, and first of all, by the way, right, he didn't tell me I was flying low. My zips were down in the clips when I started the video because I went to the loo, my zip was down. Good grief, that could have been dangerous. Anyway, quick question for you. Egg and cress sandwiches. What's the most boring sandwich that you can get? Is it egg and cress? And who remembers, this is a throwback for you, nothing to do with electric cars. Did you ever have at school, or did you ever do at school, you got a boiled egg and an eggshell, and you'd grow some cress in half an eggshell, or an eggshell, wouldn't you, that you had a boiled egg out of? You'd keep it and you'd grow some cress in it. What was all that about? Did you do that, or was that just me? Strange times. Bit boring. Prawn cocktail crisps, by the way, greatest invention since the spork. I mean, think about it. How great is the spork? A fork and a spoon in one. Prawn cocktail. I remember when these came out. I was at middle school, Cumberland's Middle School in Mansfield, and I got them from the tuck shop. Genius. Have a greasy steering wheel now.
us, one of 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 us.
Right, okay, bit of an update for you. Tesla's just gone by. I always get really uneasy when I'm around Teslas. I feel their eyes burning through me, looking in the window. Anyway, right, we've got 39 miles left to go. We've got 39% of battery. We've got 39 minutes to get there. That's 3:39s. And 99 miles of range left. So we'll get there, get charged up, and then find out exactly how much it's cost us for this journey. And I want you to tell me if you could have done it for cheaper in an equivalent petrol or diesel car. Don't forget, let me know in that comment section down below. And it's just come up here, there's a major accident in 0.2 miles. Right, here we are at Ionity. So what have we got? Let me pull in and I shall tell you if there is a charger available, that is. Right, and they are all taken, all taken. So we're gonna have to wait now. It is 6:38. I'm now gonna miss James going to bed, which has annoyed me. So we're down to 24%, 62 miles of range. So we just need to wait for somebody to get off, and then we can go and charge ourselves. So there we go, 24%, 62 miles of range. Are these moving in the Kia? Right, okay, milk float off, as I say, 62 miles of range, 24% of battery, and it's 6:40 p.m. So let's get this charged. Right, I use my Porsche charging card again, so pop that on there like that. And then shove this in. I never know whether to tap my card first or after. Right, that's in. Okay. Right, so it's connect OK, start. Authorise payment, so I've got to do it again. Right, let's put the card there again. Okay. Here we go. Preparing to charge. Setting up communication with the car. Come on, I want to get this done and get back. Can I do it for cheaper than a petrol or diesel? This is the thing. Right, so we just wait now. I always feel on edge though, with all these evangelists around. I bet they're burning through me, but their eyes are burning through me. I reckon I can do this cheaper than petrol or diesel. This is subsidised, and if you charge at home, don't forget it's even cheaper for now. Like I say, until the government get their hands on them smart meters and they start charging you more for charging your electric car. They're going to want the tax. They're going to want their tax. Right, I'll nip to the little boy's room and hopefully we'll get some charging. Hopefully it won't be too long. They're fairly quick, the Ionity ones. These are the ones that I'm going to use, hopefully, on the way down to Benidorm when I do that 1,200 mile journey in the next week. Right, that's better. this is the thing, isn't it now? It's just waiting around, waiting for it to charge again. I'm like, do I have a coffee? Don't really want a coffee because I'm going home soon and I can have one there. But I'm just waiting around for it to charge. It needs to charge within 5 to 10 minutes and be done. And then we'll get a little bit closer to what it should be like. Oh my word, that's a pink car. Very pink, that, isn't it? Oh dear. They're common, these are, aren't they? Right, getting a bit chilly now. I can hear the fans on my car actually, which it's going back in for because there's a problem with them. They've got stuff in them, so they're going to replace them for me free of charge. So there we go. Right, put this on and then hopefully another 10 minutes I should have enough charge in, fingers crossed, 10-15 minutes. Right, it's at 77% now, so I've stopped it because that'll do. I only need to charge to 80%. Plus, I'm going to Nottingham tomorrow and there's a charger down there, so I can charge it up there. So let's pop this back, get in the car and see exactly what it's cost us. Could you have done it cheaper in your petrol or diesel? Let me know in the comment section down below. Right, okay, so in total that cost me £13. Let me close this door. £13.84. We started at, that fan is making a right noise, can't wait to get that changed. 33 minutes charging time, 46.12 kilowatts. So £13.84. We've now got 77% of charge, 197 miles of range. So the big question is, could you have done that journey cheaper in your petrol or diesel car? Let me know in that comment section down below and we'll see who wins. Is it the EV or is it the diesel and petrol for the win? Don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Also share it on social media and hit that subscribe button if you like this content. Don't forget, we've got the journey down to Benidorm in the electric car. Wow, that is making a noise. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.